Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing our Championship Game Week 27 predictions. It's going to be mental, and let's just see what will happen, because there's some big games, and we'll also talk about their form as well, and the table will be up on the screen as we speak. Let's start off with the first game at 12:30, Cardiff City versus Blackburn Rovers, and the last game, Blackburn did draw, which is interesting. But yeah, I think they're all in the league. But yeah, so Blackburn, they did draw to Huddersfield Town, but it's gonna be an interesting game with Blackburn in third, Cardiff City currently sitting in 20th. They also drew as well, and they drew to West Brom 1-1, which is a very good result for Cardiff City. But on Cardiff City's home on current form, they've drawn 2, lost 2, and 1-1. And Blackburn, they're looking very good, aren't they? With 4 wins and a draw. Draw of course being the recent one. But even though Blackburn are going to Cardiff to play, I still have a backing of Blackburn Rovers. And now Fulham beat Reading. We'll talk about that as a thumping. Blackburn come back to third, and Fulham go up to second. So Blackburn want a response. They need to win because Fulham still do have a game in hand. I'm going to back Blackburn just. Cardiff City 1, Blackburn 2. I'm just going to back them just though. It's going to be a really tight game, a really close one. And I'm intrigued to see, because Cardiff, they need a win here. They definitely need a win. Moving on to Luton Town versus Bournemouth, first versus 16th. And Bournemouth, look at them. They've won against QPR 1-0. It was a massive win for them. But it's going to be interesting. Bournemouth don't look too bad. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, beating Cardiff 3-0. That was their last one. And then, Fulham beating QPR, which was massive. Then they did lose to Middlesbrough. But yeah, I think Bournemouth, they look alright. They're still top, but they need to win. They need to win because Fulham are on their backs. Luton Town having 2 losses, 2 draws, and a win in their last 5. Bournemouth 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. It's alright form from both parties, but I think just currently on form, and I think on form, yeah, and just their positioning in the table, I think Bournemouth snatch a 2-1 win. It'll be a last minute winner. They'll probably will go 2-0 up and then Luton get a goal back. But yeah, moving on to Preston North End versus Birmingham. Birmingham having a really good start to the season, but dropping off a lot, and then Preston, sitting in their usual position, winning their last game. Birmingham losing their last game. Ball form, Birmingham losing 3, drawing 1, and winning 1. And for Preston, it's 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. So literally the opposite to Birmingham City. But I'm going to back the home side here. I think Preston just have enough in the tank, enough in the quality. Birmingham, they just look down. Going to back a 1-0 Preston North End win. I think Preston, they just have enough in the tank to win the game. But it's going to be quite a fascinating game. It really is going to be fascinating. And I want to see what Preston are like and what can Preston do. But it's going to be interesting. Moving on to Peterborough United versus Coventry City. And we're sitting currently in 10th. And Preston, Peterborough in the relegation zone. Not looking good for them. Losing their last game. And Coventry City also losing. We lost to Millwall 1-0. But this is not including the cup. Because if it was a cup, we would have won our last game and beat Derby 1-0. But yeah, we lost to Millwall. Not the best result, but Peterborough also losing as well, which is not good for their hopes. And they're 3-1 their loss. But both teams won in the FA Cup. We're both in the and no one. We have not. We're both through to the 4th round, which is going to be interesting. Coventry are on an horrendous form here, but we won our last game, but that was in the cup, of course. In the league, we've drawn our last 3 we've drawn 3 and lost 2 in our last 5. Peterborough lost 3, drawn 1, and won 1. So they're currently probably on better. They are on better form. They've got 4 points out of 15, and we've got 3 points out of 15. So both teams are on brilliant form. I'm going to back Cov though to win 2-0. I think we do need the win. We've got 3 games in hand. If we can win a few of them, we can go push up the table. But I think I think we'll just win though. 2-0. Moving on to Barnter, Millwall versus Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest, from a bad start under Steve Cooper, they have really pushed up the ranks and pushed up the table. It's been brilliant from a Nottingham Forest point of view. In 9th, they get a win here, they're closer to 6th. On form, Nottingham Forest losing their last 2. Millwall lost 1 and won 1, but in the last 5, Millwall lost 3 and won 2, but Nottingham Forest have lost 2 and won 3. So, interesting form, can Nottingham Forest carry on their losing streak and will Millwall, or could it be a draw? I'm going to back a 1-1 draw. I just don't see a winner, Millwall, it's hard to go to the Den and get a result. It's going to be interesting though. I'm just going to a draw 1-1. Moving on to 2 teams who I think should be on the other side. Huddersfield versus Swansea. Huddersfield in 6th, Swansea in 17th. I'll probably think Huddersfield more in 17th and Swansea in 6th. But Swansea losing their last 3, but they won 1 before that and drew 1. But Huddersfield they look alright, to be fair. They don't look too bad. Drawing 2 and winning 3 of their last 5. That's really good form for Huddersfield. And picking up some big points and wins against big teams. They played all the games, Huddersfield, so they have to win every game pretty much to try and get playoffs. They should be probably beating Swansea. I think they'll target Swansea, saying, we need a win here and we'll come and get one. I'm going to say Huddersfield Town 2, Swansea City 0. Maybe saying why. I think Huddersfield have nothing in the tank, have enough quality, and they're on good form. Swansea aren't. Moving on to Middlesbrough, Reading, and Reading losing 7-0 to Fulham. Horrendous from Reading, and they had a good first half, only losing 2-0 in the first half. Second half really Fulham showed their quality. Reading, it's looking so bleak. Middlesbrough in 7th, Reading in 21st. There's only one winner here, isn't there? And that's clearly Middlesbrough. And they're home as well, Middlesbrough. It's going to be 3-0 something. I just don't see anything that Reading have. They've lost 2, drawn 2, and won 1 in their last 5. Middlesbrough have been on blistering form with 3 wins in a row now, and before that they drew 1 and won 1 as well. So I think Huddersfield will get 4 wins in a row, be a big wins for Middlesbrough, and they need it. 3-0. Moving on to QPR versus West Brom. It's 4th versus 5th. It's a brilliant, probably the best game of the game week for me. For not both in the best forms. West Brom are looking shaky. 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5. But QPR won 3 in their last 5 and lost 2. So it's going to be quite interesting. QPR having the game in hand. So if they do beat West Brom on Saturday, then it's going to be pretty poor for West Brom because QPR have the game in hand. I'm going to back 2-1 QPR. I think QPR just have enough. And it's going to be such a good game, a close game, and a fierce encounter of a game. But I think QPR just have enough quality in them and to get enough in the tank to get over the line and have a big win. But yeah, 2-1 QPR for me. Moving on to Fulham versus Bristol City. It's 2nd versus 15th, and it's going to be a very interesting game. Just look at Fulham, a 7-0 something away at Reading. It's embarrassing for Reading, but Fulham will be loving life. yeah, it's going to be another something for me. Fulham, they've drawn their last, drawn 3, lost 1 and won 1. They've just won, so I think they'll carry on that form with a 4-0 win over Bristol City. Nothing against Bristol City, you know. By the way, all the form thing will be at the bottom. But no, Bristol haven't been on bad form. 1-2, lost 2, and 1 drew 1. So they've not been on the worst form. But yeah, it's Fulham, isn't it? Mitrovic is back, scoring a brace yesterday. His goal tally now goes up to 24, 4 off second. So to be fair, it's a massive battle for Golden Boot. You see Mitrovic will be flying, but Ben Berrington Diaz is coming back like a Cantona. Brilliant. But yeah, I think Fulham just have enough in the tank. I think Mitrovic brace. Again, another brace. Moving on to Derby County versus Sheffield United. Sheffield United won their last 4 and drew the other game. And Derby County drew 1, won 3 and lost 1. So 2 teams currently on really, really good form. Derby drawing their last game, and of course Sheffield United winning their last game. Sheffield United 4 games in hand, and if they win them all, they could go up to 44 points. That'll currently take them to 4th. Only like 1 or 2 points off Blackburn, so they do win all those games. But it's going to be massive. Well, of course, you know, if Sheffield United start winning, if Sheffield United win more games, then of course there'll be more points. I'm going to go Derby County 0, Sheffield United 1. I think it'll be a scrapey 1-0 win for Sheffield United, a massive scrapey 1-0 win. So they just beat Fulham. They just beat Fulham 1-0 the last time they played, and that was the 20th of December was the last time they played, apart from, you know, the 3rd round when they got thrashed by Wolves 3-0. But, you know, yeah, so 1-0 Sheffield United. Moving on to the last game, but certainly not the worst game, Hull City versus Stoke City. The 2 cities, one doing well, one doing alright for their standards. Hull City, 2 losses, 2 draws and a win in their last 5. And look where Stoke are, 3 losses, 1 win and 1 draw. So both not on blistering form. Stoke City losing their last 2, so that could pay a big difference. But so is Hull City. They've both lost their last 2. This has just got a 1-1 or 2-2 written all over it. I'm going to go for 2-2 because I just want to be more interesting. Yeah, for me, it's a 2-2 draw. Hull City, they look alright. On goals, though, they don't look the best. They've scored 20 this whole season. Stoke have scored 28 this season. So, yeah, but I'm going to say 2-2. Right, there we go. That wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.